Okay, so uh, I watched the video about electronic tattoos, and now I'm going to respond some questions. The first question is: think about list three ideas for and three ideas against social media. And the first thing that I think is important to say is in their place have a lot of insufficient information about all the things happen. Sometimes it's false and information can be an incomplete. And for example, we have the news of Facebook, but sometimes it's not recently, and the information is not new sometimes. The second one is a lot of person can do fraud and it's so easy to fall, and that's because we don't know if the person of the other side of the screen is good or bad person, and you shop something online, and sometimes cases if you pay something about Shane, for example, it's about clothes. We share our our credit card or debit card, and sometimes uh, or not all the person that good that can to say okay it's not mine, and I don't use it, and sometimes can be fraud with this. And and then we don't have any privacy because everything that we share is public domain. For example, if you share a photo of your friends in the beach, for example, it's a public domain. Because if you open your account on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, or whatever you want, you say that it's public domain, everything that you share. And uh, and the next question is: how do you understand with the phrase "in the future everyone will be famous for 15 minutes"? It's good or bad? In my opinion, is bad because we won't have any privacy in 15 minutes. Is horrible because all the persons can know everything of you in 15 minutes. And if you have secrets or you have private things that not all the person have to watch, everything knows everything about you. And in my opinion, it's not excellent, it's not brilliant, but sometimes we have mistakes. and and share everything about your information, and you have to be careful with this. The next question is: do you think the people can be anonymous online? How can we do it? Yeah, sometimes yes, you need to enter like an incognito mode, but sometimes the person knows about a lot of technology and can to track information about your computer, or so if and everything that you control, and it's so dangerous because localize any information that you have in your computer, and you can enter if you enter the pages that I'm not sure. For example, Facebook is sure, but for example, the topics or deep web is not sure. It is so horrible. The next question is: what kind of data should people keep be private? Okay, I think it's important to have things that are important for us, but not everything. Not everything share everything about your life. For example, if you share your credit or debit cards, you share in a company that you trust in that place. For example, if you pay in Uber Eats, you pay you can put your credit or debit card because uh, if you call or if you write an email, all the persons uh, can help you. But if you don't have any idea of that, of you think it's not comfortable, you don't have to share it. Okay, the next question is, what problems came from being immortal online? Okay, I found just one simple problem, and I think that is you never die in this. So, what I refer with this is I think when you die or something's happened in your life and you can erase your photos and your information is a public domain. For example, if you are famous and you have a lot of careful with your private life because if you are more famous, more persons are interested in your life and can be have a fraud account by your name and or sometimes your name is public in or it can hack you. For example, the famous people like J Lo or Johnny Depp or something like that. Okay, the last question is mention three recommendations to make social networks safe. Okay, the first, I think it's important to not share everything of your life and you have your own reserves. For example, because if you are less public, you can have more control and you can enjoy more with your friends or your family or something that you go out to. For example, in a trip, you can be more with your family. And the second one is don't show or share private things. For example, the teenagers have a lot of things that in this new stage and want to experiment with their bodies and sometimes send up private photos of other person and could have a bad use or public things and that don't want to share it for all the world and we have to be careful with this guys and if you are adult you have to be so careful with your children. Okay, the last one is you should have a restriction with your things and don't trust everything that you see. For example, if you enter in some links and says, hey, congratulations, you win a house or you win $1 million and just give me your phone or give me your wherever you want. Yeah, and sometimes this information can hack you and sometimes says, oh, give me your cell phone or give me your account by Facebook or Instagram or something like that. Or give me your credit card to deposit that. And it's horrible. Okay, thank you for watching. Bye bye.